There was indeed a great discussion on the difference between Miraa and Mogoka. I am sure people from now, Embu, are going to crucify me. But what I can say is that Mogoka is a shrub, but Miraa is what you call a Miraa tree. And the difference between the two is like day and night. So whatever I'm holding here is a young tree of, it's a young tree of Miraa. And looking at it, you harvest by plucking uh, something like this. This is what you do. We just pluck. So this one is ready for consumption. And what you need to know is that Miraa, where it comes from, is a cash crop. And once you harvest, this is the twig that is ready for harvest. You chew. You do not eat Miraa. You chew. There is a difference between eating and chewing. Once you chew, you are extracting a chemical that is called cathinone or cathin. That chemical is a central nervous system stimulant, and it is responsible for, sometimes when you chew Miraa there is increased blood pressure, sometimes uncontrolled happiness, what you call maybe euphoria. Sometimes there is alertness. The people who chew Miraa, you find they are so alert. So because it is the chemicals that are contained there, I've said they are central nervous system stimulant. They stimulate your central nervous system, leading to what I've said: euphoria, high blood pressure. Sometimes euphoria is that excessive happiness. You find that watu kwa base, they've got that uncontrolled happiness and alertness, and sometimes it gives you that steam. So for me, I was doing this so that I can really show you the difference between Miraa and Mogoka. Mogoka, you find it put in some polythene bags, and naweza sema tu ni matawi, but you can see this is like a twig. You chew this, and this is how you harvest. You harvest by plucking. And remember, in Meru, they hold Miraa trees on very high esteem because it's their cash crop. These are young one. We have other trees that are very huge, very big, some even older than me. And you don't harvest them while standing on the ground. You have to climb up like a tree, like you're harvesting fruits from a tree. So that is all about Miraa. And maybe once I get some time, I'll show you how a Mogoka shrub looks like. Some people will murder me by calling their cash crop a tree, but that is how it is. So in Meru, this is a cash crop. Actually, in some places of Meru, they only do Miraa trees. Places like Egembe, Tigania, Maua. But here, where I come from, you find that even though they're in our farms, they are not that necessarily for earning income. This is whereby maybe you find yourself, you have got friends, you invite them, and then you pluck, and then you maybe sit down to chew as you relax. Maybe in the evening, that is when you chew with friends, or maybe you go to the market and chew. But you find it's not basically the main cash crop. This is it's in Meru, yes, Tharaka County, but a place called Chogoria. So you find we do this on very small scale. They're in your farm, yes, and they do well, but not necessarily for earning you income. Those at times you can sell them to one small amount of money. You have around, maybe you can have around 50 trees in your farm, but in places like Tigania, in places like Egembe, they do it on large scale farm. You could find someone owning up to acres of Miraa, and that is their only source of income. But for us here, we do it sometimes. You do it so that you can, for recreation, when you're free, you just get a few twigs and you chew, and then you stimulate yourself. You unapata steam, you feel uko high. You are able to see things with a different eye. So this is the Miraa tree, and that is all about Miraa. And I've told you the difference between Miraa and Mogoka is like day and night. Ni vile tu, I don't know, but That is what it is. This is a Miraa tree and Mogoka shrub. Once I get some time and a chance, I'll show you how they are. So I hope this serves you well, and we are going to settle the discussion on Miraa and Mogoka. But if you still have another question that you feel we can handle, because I find that I've got the information that one needs to understand this cash crop. And actually, I've told you there are places where you go, you cannot joke with your. They even have got people guarding them. When you hear people cutting each other hands, when you're found stealing in a farm of Miraa, huko side za Igembe, you find that you lose your hand. So they are crops that they hold on very high esteem. I'm not saying that where I am we do not hold them in high esteem, but you find that for us it's not our main cash crop. Here people do coffee, people do tea and dairy farm. That is what I can say, and sometimes maize. But in areas of Igembe, Tigania and Maua, their main cash crop is Miraa. And it is not a different tree from this one. It all begins like once you plant. I think this is close to maybe 3 to 4 years. And something else that I was forgetting, to get a seedling, for Miraa, you can. I haven't seen the hybrid one, but what you do is that once this one is growing, it starts to develop some young ones at the base. So you just uproot and you plant elsewhere. So propagation of there, I haven't seen seedlings for Miraa yet, and I'm from this region, but you could find maybe there are ones. And somebody was talking about coming up with an hybrid whereby you get and plant. But all along, what I saw the seniors do, maybe my dad do, and our grandparents do, when they wanted to plant a different, to plant some Mogoka seedling, or Miraa seedling, sorry, they would just get from the base. You see, when it's growing up, some other trees try to form around the base. So you uproot from the base and then you plant to a different farm. So that is all about this. And if there is anything that could have passed by mind, once I remember and get some time, I will do another video to remind you. So if you have another question, or if you've not understood and there is anything else you'd like me to cover about Miraa and Mogoka, just tell me so that in the comment section, so that I can tackle it in the next video. Otherwise, thank you for the great support you've been according us. And from me, all I want to say is thank you, and have a good day.